A good Erev Shabbos to you, and I hope you're all well. Firstly, Mazel Tov this week. Mazel Tov to Lauren and Damien Shoggot on Michal's Bat Mitzvah, to Hazel and Malcolm Beaumonge on their golden wedding anniversary and the 50 years membership of our shul, and to Lisa and Jonathan Grunberg on their silver wedding anniversary, and to anyone else who's celebrating a birthday or any other anniversary in the coming week. We wish Refuah Shalema, a full and speedy recovery to anybody who's unwell, and Richas Yamim to anyone who's observing a yortzeit in the coming week. Friends, this has been a difficult week for many people as we entered lockdown 2.0 for what we hope will be a limited period. For individuals, this is a challenging time, but as a community, we are well placed and prepared to provide online programming to help keep us all connected, and we're here to support you in whatever way we can. You know, our community has shown great resilience so far in 2020, and we've achieved tremendous things. So I say, let's stay strong and connected while we're once again physically apart. Let's recommit ourselves to the values of our wonderful community, showing innovation, compassion, and unity. And above all, stay safe and well. May God bless us to stay connected as a community during this and emerge from it fit and well. Now, someone who knew better than most about the challenging times was Avraham Avinu, as he faced so many tests during his life. And that is why it's so surprising that God says, Shall I hide from Avraham what I'm about to do? Since Avraham is to become a great nation, and all the nations of the earth are to bless themselves by him. For I know, says God, that he will instruct his children to keep the way of God by doing what's just and right. And the Sivas Shalom points out that here God is counting Avraham Avinu's qualities, and yet these are all in the future, as Yitzchak hadn't yet been born, and so he wasn't yet a great nation, nor was he yet in a position to instruct his children. So why didn't God count all of his merits to date instead? Why not count the tests that he had already withstood and all his other praises? Why didn't God consider these to be his greatest achievements? Well, here Yisrael explains that Abraham actually thought nothing of himself. He even said, I'm just dust and ashes. And even after everything he'd achieved, he still didn't see any personal value in it. And so he found a new way. And everything that he did was for the sake of the Jewish people. It was for all the generations that would descend from him. Every mitzvah that Abraham did. And the Chazal tell us that he kept the whole of the Torah and all of the mitzvahs to Rabbanan. It was all done on behalf of the entire Jewish people. What God valued the most was this aspect of Abraham's life, his ability to be totally selfless, and his commitment to defocus on his own needs and instead concentrate on the needs of other people. Now, it's not often that we find such an individual, and even rarer to find a large corporation that thinks like this. But this week, I saw something absolutely incredible. You see, after years of trolling its arch nemesis McDonald's, on Monday, Burger King got sentimental, telling its fans that despite all its efforts to hijack McDonald's customers, it now wants them to order from McDonald's. Posting a statement on social media, they said, "We never thought we'd be asking you to do this. Just like we never thought we'd be encouraging you to order from KFC, Domino's Pizza, or any other independent food outlets, too numerous to mention here. But restaurants employing thousands of staff really need your support at the moment. And so if you want to help, keep treating yourself to tasty meals through home delivery, takeaway, or drive-through." They finished off by saying, "Getting a Whopper is always best, but ordering a Big Mac is also not such a bad thing." Now, a sign of desperate times we find ourselves in, the ad aims to remind people that food outlets are suffering at the hands of the pandemic, causing widespread unemployment as a result. But isn't it nice to see companies supporting each other in these tricky times? And while I can't endorse the advert for obvious reasons, I can certainly applaud its wonderful sentiments. You see, if a multi-million-dollar corporation recognizes that it's important to think of others, then so too must we. Avraham paved the way for us, his descendants, to look beyond our own needs and see the needs of others. And God considered this to be his greatest achievement. And so this has to be our response in these difficult times. We have to redouble our efforts in chesed and help other people. Please God, we'll emerge from this lockdown. But in the meantime, to quote Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other. Shabbos.